Greetings and most humble salutations. I am Tiffany Clark, here to present my informative speech. A different college experience. My speech will be on student parents. My speech will inform my audience about the effects of being a student parent. Do you know that more than 1/5 of all college students are student parents? This speech will discuss the life of a student parent. It will highlight the financial issues, the mental health issues, and last but not least, the lack of time management. I myself is a student parent, so I have hands-on experience on this topic. First, I will discuss the everyday differences between an ordinary college student and a student parent. Second, I will discuss the financial issues. Next, I will discuss the mental health issues. And lastly, I will discuss time management. So, everyday differences in a college student and in a student parent, it differs on spectrums. For instance, the differences in the way that an ordinary college student prepare for their 8 a.m. and then a student parent prepares for his or her 8 a.m. is two different things. Normally, a regular ordinary student parent, they got class at 8. They most likely already stay on campus, so they can get up at 7:30. It depends on how close they stay to their classroom or the building their classroom is. They can get up at 7:45. Brush their teeth, put on something quick, or they can put on something really cute. And they can go right to the classroom. But as a student parent, most likely as myself, I don't stay on campus. So I had to get up at 6 o'clock for my 8 o'clock. Yes, I had to get up 2 hours early because I had to make sure that my child is at the child care. And, I had to get myself ready. I had to get her ready and make sure she's at school on time so I could be at school on time. And so, we put less into our appearance because it's like you're waking up at 6 o'clock and your head is everywhere. Your head is in two different places. You got to get your kid ready. Then you got to get yourself ready. You got to make sure she's okay. All the bottles are in the book bag. She got food. Make sure she's not hungry while she's at school. And then once you finally get to school, you're like, you can calm down. You can focus on that. Another thing is parents, I feel like people who don't have children, they have more time to really put into their appearances, where other than, people who have kids, they really don't have that much time to really, doll themselves up. Now, I went through that a while, just speaking from experience. Secondly, financial issues. Now, financial issues between ordinary college students and student parents, it varies on many spectrums. First-hand experience, when I first had my child, I had to differentiate how I'm going to continue going to school and being a parent because the lack of money. Most of the time, ordinary college students, depends on their loved ones for, funds to get them through the week for like gas and, books, and entertainment mostly. But as a student parent, I have to worry about daycare, rent, car note, groceries, light bill, water bill, books. It's a lot. So, every day, like the everyday life of a college student and then a student parent is so different. One time I had to decide, hey, I needed this book for this summer course, right? The book was like $100. And I'm like, if I spend $100 on this book, I'm going to have to, I don't know what I'm going to do, as far as my child, like for her diapers, because that was my diaper budget, like $100-something a month for diapers. And so, I had to make the ultimate sacrifice, and I decided to, supply the diapers for my child rather than buy a book for my class. I had to wing it. It was worth it, you guys. I ended up passing the course. It was crazy. It was hard. But that's one of the sacrifices that I had to make being a student parent. Next, I will discuss mental health. Now, I'm not trying to downgrade or downplay anybody's mental health issues because it's very vivid in all college students. But speaking from experience, the mental health in a student parent is way different from an ordinary college student because student parents experience something called postpartum depression. You cannot experience postpartum depression unless you are a parent. And so I feel like, and especially on my campus, there is an on-site, counselor at school that helps students, with everyday depression or seasonal depression, or they feel like, they're failing at life because their grades are bad. But there's not really nobody who really caters to the mental health of a student parent. Nobody asks us how we're doing. Nobody gives us any resources when we need it mentally. You know, we have to figure those things out on our own. And being a student parent, having to go through postpartum and trying to finish school's on the back of my mind as I was going through my postpartum issues, because I was trying to go through this myself, you know, because I didn't have any support. And so the everyday life of a college student, the difference between a depression and the mental health in a college student and the mental health in an ordinary college student, in a student parent, is that ordinary college students have resources. I don't have any resources. We don't have any resources on campus. Lastly, I will discuss time management. Time management as a student parent is very hard. The lack of time management, nobody never taught me how hard it would be to be able to have some structure. When I first got to Tougaloo, we had a class called Student Success, and the first thing they taught us was time management. They laid it out for us. They taught us how to do it, how to map up our days. But when you have a child, you have to get up and get ready for work, take her to school, come back, cook dinner for your child, have time to do your homework. It's just a lot. And again, it's the lack of resources that student parents have. In conclusion, I hope that you guys gain information and insight on the lack of resources that student parents have, from the financial issues, the mental health issues, and time management. It's not every day that you see a lot of student parents, especially on my campus. I can count on my hand how many student parents there are. And I hope that after this, we can all decide ways to improve our college campus and heighten their resources for student parents. My name is Tiffany Clark, and I had a great time expressing my feelings on my topic, and I can't wait to hear from you guys.